Well, hello, this is Johnny Buffalo Adventures. I was sitting here waiting on my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law to come to bring me some food from Jody's there in Temple. So they bring me some fried catfish and a big old large loaded up baked potato. So that should do me for a few minutes anyway. Well, while I was talking to him, the food guy came in from the hospital here. I'm not going to mention the name of the hospital, but there's only a few around here. So I'm sitting here stuck in this hospital, and the food guy comes in here, and he wants to take my order for breakfast tomorrow. And so I explained to him that I'm on the phone right now, that I'm ordering breakfast or ordering dinner for tonight at Jody's, and tell him what I ordered. And he informs me that I could get in trouble ordering out like that, that I could get arrested and go to jail. Well, wait a minute. This is not the brightest part of him yet. That might have been the brightest part of him. So anyway, long story short, I asked him. I said, "Okay, so what are we gonna do on breakfast?" And so he's explaining breakfast to me. So I said, "Okay, so how many pancakes can I have?" He said, "You can have an order of one or an order of two." I said, "Okay." And because I've got double orders, that means if I order two, I'll get four. And so I want to go ahead and order two pancakes so I can get four. And he goes, "Well, you can't do that. You can only go three max." And I'm like, "But I can double my order. So therefore, double my order means if I can order two, that would be four. Two times two is four. Not two times two is three." And so he said, "No, well, you could order one and then double that." And I said, "And that would be two." I said, "So that would be a double my order, but you said I can order one or two." And so I said, "I want to order two pancakes and I want to double my order." And lo and behold, it went over his head. He couldn't figure it out. He couldn't put it on paper. He had no clue. He was lost in the woods. If there'd been an open window here, he probably would have walked out on the ledge and not known which way to fly either. In fact, he might have went off with the pigeons. And we don't have no pigeons out there today. We just got the owl sitting on the deal. And it's kind of a wet day. So it's kind of a stay in, relaxed kind of day. I've been listening to country music, just kind of listening and sleeping here and there and taking my meds and doing my physical therapy a little bit here and there, which I walk to the bathroom 3 times a day in about a 13, 14-hour period of time. So that's 3 times more than I have been. So I am getting a little stronger. I do feel a little bit stronger. So hopefully I'm getting some muscle mass. And then I can feel a lot better once I get to the rehab center, which is next on the list. So after the hospital here, I do rehab. And after rehab, or during rehab, I do my PICC line, which will help get the antibiotics into my spine where I've still got a little bacteria in there. And so hopefully everything looks good. So far, all the tests came back. They all came back good. So the only thing I've got wrong with me at this point is just that one spot on my spine that's got some bacteria growing on it, which causes a pretty deep pain to where I have to have the narco, and I have to have that narco about every 4 to 6 hours max. Otherwise, I'm not going to last. That's how painful it is. And before this trip to the hospital, of course, I had no issues with back pain. In fact, the last back pain I had was probably about 20 years ago, maybe longer than that. And so I've been doing exercises to keep my lower back strong and everything else. So hopefully this will end it, and I won't have to do anything else, and my back will be perfectly fine. So anyway, back to our illustrious waiter. After he looked like a deer in the headlights, just kind of staring at the paper, not knowing what to do, I asked him a question just to see how he would react. And because before, when I stayed in the hospital, the people that come in for food service, I could get them to get me the breakfast the next day, the lunch the next day, the supper the next day. Uh, and so I can go on out. In some cases, I can go out about 4 meals. Most cases it was just three, the breakfast, lunch, and supper. But in some cases, they'd go out a fourth meal with me. So I asked him, I said, okay, so let's do lunch. And of course, he looked at me and he says, we can't do lunch. I don't do lunch. Someone else will come in here and do lunch. Well, no one else, he's the first one in here in 10 days. So there's not going to be anyone else in here in 10 days or in 2 days or in another day that's going to be able to take my order. He's got the pen and paper right there. All he's got to do is jot down what they have, and I can tell him what I want. But his mind couldn't figure that out because he was having still a tough go with the pancakes. So it'd be interesting to see if I get 4 pancakes tomorrow morning or if I only get 3. And I did order extra syrup, and I did order extra eggs. So we'll see what I come back with, and if it's 4 pancakes and some eggs and some extra syrup, Yahoo, and I won't report anything more. If it's something totally different, then I guess I'll go on stage and let you see as far as what the difference in order was from the 4 pancakes with extra eggs to what they end up bringing me tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, have a great day. It's been kind of rainy, but it's been a nice day. It hadn't been hot, so I've had the windows open. Tried to watch the pigeons, tried to watch the rain, and just kind of relaxing with some country music going on, and go to sleep for about an hour. To get up, take my meds, go to sleep for about an hour, get up, do my specs to make sure my heart's still going and everything else. So anyway, until the next time we see you, this is Johnny Buffalo Adventures signing out, and we'll see you down the road. Thank you.